You answer the question for yourself. When you start dating a girl, she becomes your property. Right? Right, guys?
Who said this?
What? I said this. I was going to speak German, but I don't know what else to say. English is a very authoritative language. Oh my god. No, it's funny when she and I are trying to come up with an idea to do together. I'm like, "Oh, let's do this. We're going to, you know what? I have a habit of saying we are going to do this." And then she says, "Excuse me. We just had a delicious Thanksgiving dinner, by the way. Belated Thanksgiving to my Americans abroad and my Americans at home. I have been the Christopher Columbus of Georgia and I brought Thanksgiving to Georgia. So yes, we had a nice Thanksgiving with Tamara's family, and even her little kitty came over here. And by her little kitty, keep your mind straight. I mean her cat, her literal cat named Freddie. Don't worry about her little kitty. That's for me to worry about. I'm just kidding. My mom. Don't listen to this. What do you have to say for yourself?
You say.
Huh?
You say.
She's on strike, I think. Anyway, so yes, November 29th, 2024. It's a special day. So yes, yesterday was Thanksgiving. We enjoyed it here. Georgia, interestingly, doesn't have turkeys the way that I know Russia does. We had sit down with two of Tamara's mom's friends that are from where?
They live near Moscow.
Yeah, that was like a couple weeks ago, and then we again cooked chicken there. Chicken here in Georgia. Sit down. Where are you going? So yes, I cooked chicken there, and they said their preference for turkey. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. In Georgia, there isn't really turkey here, so we did a whole roast chicken that was very nice. And we invited her family over yesterday, and her cat Freddie, 2 years old, Freddie.
Yes.
Was at our place for the first time, visiting a residential home for the first time in his life, right? Because he's only been to the medical doctor once.
Yes.
They cut his balls off. I'm not kidding. Yeah, for his fixing. They fixed him. So he doesn't go look for Boom Boom. Boom Boom is good. Oh God. What else? What else is the last update? Winter is right around the corner. I'm extremely excited for skiing. Personally, I've been skiing since, well, really, the first time I went skiing was I was a little kid, maybe like 5 or 6. My dad and mom went. Before I was born, my dad and mom went, and my mom got really hurt, so she's been kind of avoiding it. But my dad was taking us skiing once we were big enough. Oh my God, I remember skiing classes was torture. But yeah, I've been skiing for more than 20 years, and I really got into it once I could drive around like 17, 18, and got my first pair of skis like 3 years ago. So since then, I've always been into it. And here in Georgia is actually very good skiing, very close to the capital. Tamara and I went to Godavari last winter, the first time I was skiing in Georgia ever, and actually the first time I actually visited Georgia ever. So yeah, now we're having our full-time winter here. Since we have I've mentioned I've graduated the MBA, we're living together all the full time now. What else? What else is happening full time?
What happens full time? Cooking.
Yes, I have the privilege of cooking. We have the privilege of cooking. However,
as well.
Yes, out of the two of us, I cook more often. I like to have my variety, but Tamara has her places where she shines. What's the next thing that you are going to cook for me, particularly?
What I'm going to cook? If you give me this possibility.
That's true.
And if you give me space in the kitchen.
Realistically, Tamara has almost no possibility to go into the kitchen to do anything without me already being in there. So it's not that I don't let her cook or I don't want her to cook. It's just that I have like, oh, today I want this. Today I want this. Today I want this. But realistically, yeah, I should leave you alone in there one day. But the beauty is that we have still a lot of free time. Thank God that we have our resources to cover our expenses plus some disposable income. But we're still looking for jobs right now post MBA, but it's tough. Well, it's not. it's not necessarily that it's tough. I believe that the right job will come at the right time, but we have some pretty exciting news that Tamara is going to be coming to the U.S. for the first time in her life to visit my family in winter for Christmas and New Year in the U.S. We're out based in New Jersey. New Jersey. Our headquarters, Coon headquarters, the Coon Estate is in New Jersey, so we have our main headquarters there. Yeah, she has her interview very, very soon. Are you nervous for the visa
No,
interview?
not really.
What are you going to tell them?
Everything, all the truth.
What is the truth?
I will not say.
What's the truth?
It's a secret.
Wow. He's kidnapped me.
Yes. No, really, I will say all the truth. What?
What is the truth?
What is the
Tell
truth?
the people.
What? That I'm going there to get to know your family, first of all. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so because you have already been to Georgia multiple times, you're here, you know my family, my relatives, my close circle, so basically everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, now it's my turn.
Yeah, I'm very excited. My lifestyle, not my lifestyle, but well, you know what, lifestyle too, honestly, is different. The U.S. obviously, it's a special place where you can do a lot of different things, and the more I go around the world, the more I appreciate being an American. So, it's a very special privilege. The American passport has a lot of power too. I remember as I was in Hungary with Tamara and our classmates mentioning, oh yeah, I can go here to here to here to here to here. It's no problem. In fact, coming to Georgia, U.S. citizens have 1 year here visa free. So, that doesn't go from a lot of other passports here. So I have a very special privilege of coming here without having to do any paperwork or anything. Just buying the tickets. It's a very unique privilege that the American passport grants. So yeah, on Tamara's end, to come to the U.S. is going to require a visa appointment. So that's coming up right around the corner. We've been waiting for it for a while, and as we wait, we have a good time. But realistically, the right job opportunity hasn't come, and who knows if we spend 2 weeks, 3 months there. I'm kidding, not 3 months because we're paying rent here. I'm at 2 or 3 weeks, maybe even 4 weeks. Who knows? We'll see. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited to see what she thinks. Are you expecting anything? What do you expect?
Expect? Well, I can't say that I expect something, honestly. My main interest is to get to know your family, honestly, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you've
I
met my
don't-
dad, and he obviously
Yeah.
very much likes you. Tamara is a princess from the first second I saw her. Oh my god, we were having a funny discussion today that got a little. Was there a discussion or was it an argument about the first time I saw you?
It was an argument.
Why
and
was it an argument? I thought it
discussion.
was a discussion.
Okay, then okay.
Okay, tell them why you think it's an argument.
Because you said one thing once in front of your friends, and then you were telling me another thing personally.
What's the context?
You say. You started.
I already know what the context is.
I also know.
I think your misunderstanding of the context is why this turned from a discussion into an argument.
Of course. No, I completely agree. I mean, with your
basically, what the conversation was going was that there was a situation where Tamara and I were already dating, and we were going on an excursion with the scholarship group that I'm a member of, that actually gave me the scholarship to go to Hungary in the first place. And in public, I said that, oh yes, when I met this girl, I fell in love with her the first second I saw her, with the intention of talking her up. It is, in my opinion, that it doesn't matter what behind closed doors, couples should speak the truth, and they do not bring their personal problems or personal disagreements or dissatisfactions to the public eye. In the public, I believe that a man ought to talk extremely highly of his woman to the status of princess status, and a woman should talk very highly about her man as a prince status. So obviously, with people, I will tell her, "Oh, I fell in love with her the first second I saw her," but To be honest, I'm not. I don't believe in that love in first sight, and I mean like literally first sight. From the second you see someone, like this first second we walked into the class, and I saw the whole classmates, and I thought to myself, that is the girl for me. That's I thought she was very attractive, and that made me wanted to pursue it more. But at the end of the day, how could I possibly know that I'm in love with you just from looking at you? And
Mhm.
then she was calling me out for what?
No, it was, yeah, this is what you said to
Yes,
your
because
friend.
in person you should
Yeah.
talk to people. In person, when you are with your partner, you should talk them up always, even
Hmm.
exaggerate.
Hmm. Yeah. No, I completely agree. I mean, it's fine,
I had to
completely.
correct you one time.
Uh-huh.
Tell them about that.
But what?
Remember when we were going to the trip of I think Miklos,
Oh
Miklos.
gosh.
Oh God, Miskolc in Hungary.
Hmm.
From Miskolc and Lillefred, I highly recommend. By the way. Um, oh my God, it came through the window. Did you guys hear that? There was like a explosion, probably fireworks. Anyway,
Hmm.
actually, you know what? I'm not going to go into that because that was an isolated incident. Unless you want to talk about it.
No.
Hmm?
No.
Okay, me either. We'll skip it. Oh yes. So as the Christmas season approaches, we're still looking for the opportunity to work to come the opportunity to work full time in a job that is going to be in line with our new status as MBA. Tamara is actually very impressive that she has a second master's, including this MBA now. So yes, our standards are higher, and while opportunities come by, it doesn't mean you jump on the first thing. And
Hmm.
you know, again, you guys are out there. I don't mean to preach, and that's not my intent here. But we all believe in something, whether you believe in yourself or God, or you believe in yourself and God, or the higher power, or the universe, whatever you want to call it. For me, I happily call it God. And oh my God, at some point, I'm going to release some very personal stories about my life and my experience doing this 2 years abroad for this MBA, away from home and away from, not even that the fact that it was home, but away from the things that I'm used to, the lifestyle that I'm used to, the activities that I'm used to. That was really hard on me. But everything always pans out for a reason. Um, School has its importance, but honestly, I'm so thankful that while I continued my studies, there was something else uh, pushing me forward. And honestly, it was Tamara and the opportunity to find that special person in my life. Because I can tell you what, I do not like school. I never liked school. In fact, to a certain extent, school seems like a joke and a ripoff. And I honestly, I feel my heart goes out to the people that have a ton of student debt for what. Because I look back at my schooling and I just like, oh my God, if I had debt over this, I don't even know. Would it even be worth it? But fortunately, God puts the situations in front of us for a reason. So going to that going for this MBA gave me a lot more than I was anticipating. Much more than a degree. So I'm very thankful and fortunate for that reason. Um, but yeah, so we're just waiting for the right opportunity to come. We have new standards, and that's completely fine. And by the grace of God, we have enough resources to have more than we need. Can even have some disposable income for fun, and it's a very very unique situation. With that, I even was mentioning to Tamara the other day that there's sometimes that she and I will go outside, we'll go for a walk, and then there's really not too many people outside at 11 o'clock on a weekday during the day, 11 a.m. on a weekday, and I just think to myself like, everyone's probably at work, like we should be, but then probably everyone that's passing us on the road, like, oh, look at that sweet young couple just walking around at 11 a.m. on a Tuesday. They must be rich, or they would be at work. And realistically, that's what I'm striving to do. To consider us like, oh, we're already wealthy. I can go to work whether I want to, if I want to, and it's a very special, So it's a matter of keeping the same experience, but the perspective of the experience. it's easy that we're outside going for a walk and seeing everyone coming to and from work or going to work and be like, I would love to be working right now. But then, a vast majority of the people looking at us are probably like, oh, I wish, number one, I wish my husband and I went for walks. I wish my girl and I went for walks, number one. And number two, I wish I didn't need to go to work or school right now so we could go for a walk, or even I just go for a walk. So I try to keep myself in this abundance mentality, and Tamara and I also talk about this stuff all the time. I turned you on to Joel Osteen. Tell them about this.
Yes, I really like it, actually.
Who is Joel Osteen?
A pastor.
Yes, he's a pastor in Texas, Lakewood Church in Texas.
Yeah. Yes.
Came into my life when I was 25, when I absolutely needed the Lord.
Yeah. So basically, almost every morning we listen to some short podcasts. And,
just a short daily sermon, 30 minutes. I highly recommend it. Joel Osteen on YouTube, Pandora, iHeartRadio. Listen to him. He has he's a Christian guy who does a podcast out of Texas, but very easy to digest material. Very you can apply it to your life today. This is not like you go to a Catholic church and the third Corinthian said to the pastor or said to Joseph, that stuff is like you need a theology degree to almost make sense of it. But this is a guy who talks about concepts in the Bible, tells the story and the meaning behind it, and applies it and tells them the own experiences in his life that all pulls it together. So it's a very, very powerful message. And so Tamara and I have been listening to it, and that's something I've wanted from a relationship for my whole life, to have someone who would have a spiritual faith and spiritual journey with me, because I'm all for everything. You know what? Whatever. What's for you is great. But honestly, I would not be happy in a relationship if I was the one that, oh, God is doing this for us. We're blessed. And then I was just with a pessimist. Tamara has her very analytical way of thinking, which is I love and is very, very great. But sometimes, truthfully, I need to calm you down a little bit, right?
Yeah, yes.
Tell them.
No, I think I'm more emotional, maybe. I'm more sensitive. Yeah, so I'm more realistic, maybe. I don't know. You're more optimistic. So there is a slight
My
difference.
optimism is my reality, so I am also very realistic.
Yeah, I'm realistic, but with some optimistic, I would say, features. Yeah. So that's
yes, Tamara has a very good way of like, okay, situation A is in front of us. There's option B, which leads to 7 other options, and there's option C that leads to 20 other options.
Yes.
If I go from option 1 to option B and to option B3, then there's 2 other options. So she has like a whole web of thinking, which is a beautiful thing.
Yes, and the risk mitigation plan, of course.
Oh my God, I'm so fucking turned on. Risk mitigation from a woman's mouth. That's almost as good as yes, baby. But yeah, I love that about you.
Thanks.
But yes, it's good that we have contrast in the relationship, and I'm not saying that I'm the one that like, oh, Tamara, don't worry. Hypothetically, we only have $20 in our accounts, but God is going to bless us. That's not what I'm saying. That, oh yeah, we can survive 6 more months on $20. That's not what I'm saying. And there's some realism that you have to maintain. But to go through life worried, oh my God, this podcast could go so deep, that just right now is not the time. And honestly, I need to structure more things around the podcast for that, because honestly, these are stories I don't want just floating around over there. I'm thinking that somehow I want to put some sort of premium podcast accessibility so that these stories can actually benefit me, because not benefit me. Honestly, I don't know. This podcast is something we do for fun, but obviously I want to develop it over time. But my God, I've got some stories that I want to share, that are painful, that need to be shared, that I pray to the Lord in heaven that people will hear and that we can get something out of. Because I'm not saying my life was so difficult or anything, but I put myself through a lot of things where if I could stop somebody else from going down certain paths, or stumbling in certain ways that I did, I would happily share that with the world. So, Tamara and I both have this opportunity to sit down together and chit chat, and she has her own story as well, and moments of strength, and obviously from the perspective of a man and of a girl, of a woman. We see things different ways, and we live. It's a different life, honestly. Tamara, the way that she explains her life to me growing up is different from the way I experienced my life. I had different problems. She had different problems, different successes, or different ideas of success, and than me too. But oh my gosh, this is a whole idea. Tell them something.
What exactly?
Tell them that you love me and that I'm the best thing that ever happened to you. That school, you could rip up this MBA degree,
No, I will not do that.
burn it.
No, I will not burn it.
Would you rather keep me or the MBA degree?
I would rather keep you, of course.
You heard it right here.
Yeah, because degree, yes, it's very good to have a degree, but I can't say that this is something very, very important in life.
That's gonna
Yeah,
change your
because
life the moment you have it. The
yeah,
way that I changed your life.
yeah, I think that private life is, of course, much more important than any degree. Yes, because degree, yes, it's a document, it's a proof of okay completing education, etc. But at the end, I think our skills and experience, yeah, is the main thing that will really help us to stand out and
I think your
to
character too.
character as well, confidence. So yeah, but if when choosing between degree and of course parents, oh my god.
Well, it sounds easy to us, but you'd be surprised. Some people are there's people out there that are in a relationship where at a simple question like that, would you choose me or this? They would be like, honestly, I'm not even happy with the person I'm with. I would rather have this than that. So unfortunately, that's
Yeah.
not even close to being the
No,
case with
no,
us.
no.
And I pray to God and will do everything I can to make sure that's never the case. But oh my God, I've even said it before that I've been in relationships before. I was like, oh, would you even walk over a puddle for this person? And the answer was like, no. Would you even, And I'm embarrassed to say that, but that's the reality. So, but then again, I'm talking like late teenage years, early 20s. At that age, no, you don't take anything seriously. Most people don't take anything. Well, I take that back. That's not that I didn't. I wasn't in a situation where I had to take that stuff seriously. Again, thank God. Anyway, so our day-to-day life is it's very blessed. We have the chance to wake up when we want and do things as we want, and um, but obviously that doesn't mean we just walk around all day or just watch our phones all day. We do things productively. There's always things to do on the computer, new opportunities to look at and apply for. So, this podcast is a way for us just to make a document for ourselves or document for our friends, family, and hopefully something to look forward and look back on and just remember those times where, oh, remember we were talking about how it's almost Christmas time and we haven't found anything yet, and then we still don't have any particular prospects. I I believe that in a month or two we'll look back and just remember that, oh my goodness, any shred of worry, not even a 1 second of missed sleep over not finding a job yet was pointless because everything came in the right time. Oh my gosh. Since we're pretty much going on the topic of faith, have you when have you ever officially tomorrow, is there any point in your life where you thought to yourself like, this is the day, this is the situation, this is the age where I started to believe in a higher power once and for all?
No, I can't say that there was a
There
specific
wasn't a
age.
turning
No, no,
point.
no. There was no turning point. I don't know. I think I have always believed in some really special power. Yeah, that
Hmm.
helped me to very often, um, I would say, deal with some challenges or I don't know, a lot of things. So I don't know. It's been really I think all my life almost. So yeah, I can't
Hmm.
say. No.
Find a good one, guys and gals. Find a good one. I'm telling you, I can't even imagine having a relationship without having some sort of faith behind it. because it's already difficult. It's already difficult to manage and steer your own life, but then to now tie your life with somebody else and have no sense of faith, how can you function? Now you're taking on your own expectations, that other person's expectations. Yeah, I hope people find the love of God way before I did. I think I was 25 in crazy circumstances that I really don't want to talk about right now. But I really had to let myself get beat up and beat myself up before I got to a point where I'm like, I cannot live this life by myself. Whatever I'm doing must change. Whatever I'm doing is, I need a change of direction in my life. And that I found with a relationship with Jesus Christ. Praise his name. Oh my goodness. So yeah, winter's coming. What else is coming?
Yes.
Christmas time.
Yeah.
Our first Christmas together. Up to this point, I have always spent Christmas in the United States of America.
Mhm.
And this will be my first Christmas outside and my first Christmas with a princess, my princess.
Mhm.
So I'm excited. It's not that it means we're gonna have a whole crazy, nothing, but not a whole crazy, like, oh, I'm gonna buy you 10 million gifts. It's not about that, but it's about making a memory that, yes, remember our first Christmas together, where we were, and then we look back 5 and 10 years, even 1 year from now, we look back like, remember, that's where we were last Christmas. Here's the next Christmas. Here's the next Christmas, and the beautiful exponential blessings of God will show in our life. Don't you agree?
Yeah, of course.
I mean, that is the whole point of Christmas, right?
It's always interesting to look back and reflect. So I'm sure.
And
It will
as
be
you look back
interesting.
and reflect, you train yourself to see how this event led to this, this event led to this difficulty led to this, and
Yes,
this.
exactly.
If you're alive and breathing today, it's all been for your betterment, And I pray for all of you guys out there. I pray for us too. Pray for us too. It's easy to sound that like, oh, we're doing so fun, everything's great. Everything is great, but it takes a mental effort, don't you think?
Yeah.
To say it and to think it, because I'm sure there's people that would be in our situation that'd be, oh my God, this and this and this and this and this, and I'm very, very thankful that I am who I am, that she is who she is, and we are where we are. Yeah. So as the season comes along, we will make the updates as possible. As possible. Guys, thank you for listening. Please always give us some feedback as to what you'd like to talk about more, what you like, what you didn't like, what could be a potential new interesting topic. Oh my God, so many stories, but I need to think about how we're going to talk about these things. And to be honest, I have some stories that I could even stay by myself. But anyway, we'll talk about this stuff because I don't want to go into the deepness right now. It's crazy. Oh my God. We'll think about it. So anyway, a lot of stories, a lot of discussions more, a lot of feelings more, a lot of memories more. So stay blessed out there, everybody. Are you forgetting that you're a co-host?
Yes. Bye. Thanks for listening.
Oh my God. What am I going to do with this girl other than love her? Okay. See you.